Time the 250s are ready to kick off at the raceway at Superkart, so come in Roger McClary.
Right, and as you join us for the final heat of the World Karting Championship, the 250 class, they're just getting ready to go out of the pits now for their final 15 laps. And the man to beat, of course, the world champion, Lennart Bohlin from Sweden. He left a temperature on Monday of -15, and here he is at something like 30 plus up here, up in the Highveld. Very, very hot afternoon. We had that earlier thunder shower. They're getting them out onto the circuit. They'll do a warm-up lap, and then we'll be ready to go with them. And the position is that the man with the fewest points is the lead. Of course, that's Bohlin with 0 points. Derek Rogers from the UK has got 4. Brian Penny, the South African, has got 6 points. So he's going very, very well in kart number 23. And I must say it's a real credit to South Africa that we've had this first leg ever of the World Karting Championships out here in South Africa. And it's been 18 months of hard work by the chairman of the South African Karting Association. That's Bohlin, you can see in your picture now. Interesting is that man sitting alongside him is his mechanic. He's his boss in the post office in Sweden. So Bohlin works in the post office, and his boss does all the tuning. But he says, we're ready to go, Lennart. Wipe my brow and off you go. Anyway, tremendous amount of work by Trevor Kilburn, the chairman of South African Karting, and by Piet Meyer of the Rand Kart Club, who've put in a vast amount of work of getting this first ever leg of the World Championships outside Europe in South Africa. So Bohlin is the man to beat. Rogers might be the man to do it, but Brian Penny certainly in there. And if we get Derek Irvin to do it, a little bit of a hold-up is just waiting for the ambulance to come into position. If we get Derek Irvin in this race, he started from the back of the pack. He went right through in 2 laps in the first heat, and then he spun off at the loop right in the middle of the traffic, and they were going in all directions to miss him. But number 14 is Irvin. I hope he's got to the line. He blew up his engine yesterday. I can only hope that he gets right. The ambulance has got over to the tower now. We've got a huge crowd out here. They've really turned out in force here this afternoon and have enjoyed a full day of racing. We've had the motorcycles. You saw that snatch a little earlier in the afternoon. And we've had this tremendous international kart racing. International motor racing has certainly socked it to the public over the last couple of months. We had that Toyota Motocross in December, where we had the Americans and Europeans. We've got this beefy Yamaha day with this whole host of international 29 visitors. We've got that big international race at Kyle Army next Saturday afternoon with nearly 400 entries. And then, of course, the Grand Prix in about 3 weeks' time, the National Grand Prix. So international motorsport around this time of the year when it's cold in Europe comes out to South Africa to the Summer Series and really puts on a great performance. And this has been excitement all afternoon here. It's been almost continuous. And when you get 30 on the circuit, there's the world champ just getting these tyres warmed up. And then they'll slow down, form up in the grid. It's going to be Bohlin in the front with Rogers. Brian Penny, the South African, with Buttigieg once again. Then it's Herbie Edwards from Zimbabwe and Lars Johansson. He's got the Rotax engine. It's an Austrian motor. It's the only other motor than a Yamaha motor. The cylinders sit one behind the other like court balance in 250. It's the air-cooled, and this year they're going to run water-cooled motors. So he's still got the air-cooled, and the back cylinder tends to get just a little too hot because it sits behind the other. With the water cooling, of course, that'll all come down. The final race of the day as they go into the S's. They won't be going this slowly just now. There's a very tight part here. What Bohlin has got, I was talking to him in the pits this morning, he has a gear that allows him to get out of the corner very quickly. He has a very low first gear fitted, so it gets him, no, I beg your pardon, no, he hasn't. He's got to go into the corner very quickly because there's very high first gear. That's why he's slow off the line. But once he gets into that 6-speed box, he gets going. Other than that slow corner, which messes up his gear ratios, he's got a gear for all the other sections of the course. Roger's looking across at him, thinking to himself, Lennart, this is where I'm going to put it across you. Definitely going to put it across you. As they come slowly up to the line, it's Rogers. He says, okay, here we go. That's shaking hands, very sporting. England versus the Swede is in his Swedish colours. There's Brian Penny behind, shading his eyes. They're looking straight up into the sun. There we go, they're getting him onto the grid. This is real Grand Prix kart racing. When all these machines take off, there's a lot of horsepower going onto the road, a lot of power. Edwards is there, Johansson, Henny Meyer, there's Tony Cape, all South Africans, and very quick too. They're ready to go, the start is there. Takes a brave man to stand in front of this pack. If one of the clutch cables break, the cart just sets off on its own, and they could run him over. The flag is out, the flag is up. Now they go, 15 laps to go, and Bohlin once again gets off the line very slowly, saves his machine. Round the loop they go, and it is Buttigieg in the front. It's Buttigieg in the front. This is a tremendous start he's had there. Buttigieg in 2 with number 4. Rogers in second position, so it's the 2 Englishmen, first and second. Oh, and Bohlin just snakes past him there. And there's Brian Penny getting into third place, passing Rogers on the inside as they slash around that bit. Buttigieg has just said, I'm not caring what you people are doing, I'm going for it here. And Buttigieg, 3 times world champion, one of the fastest in the UK, is in the front with a world champion on his tail. They've got 7 world championships between him. He looks across and says, I've got no more left. As Bohlin goes on his way, and he tucks in behind him with that whole pack roaring along or screaming along behind him. That little Yamaha motor, the Hobby little, going anything up to 13,000 RPM. There's the world champion in the front. The second man is David Buttigieg. The third man is Brian Penny, the South African. And fourth is Derek Rogers from the UK. There they go. Penny's right in there with him. Right in there with him. Right in there with them is the South African Penny. To come down towards us, it is the world champion, is Buttigieg. And then it is Penny, and then it is Rogers. And then we've got number 26 in there, that's Tony Cape. Told you earlier, he's been up all night fixing his machine for today's races. Look at the speed, there's Penny, centre of your picture. Penny, let me just see, he is behind Buttigieg. They go up there. Penny still hanging on to that second spot. Rogers tried to go through on the inside again, but no way would he let him through there. There they come down there. Buttigieg's got Penny alongside him, right alongside him there. It's only 1.3 between the leader and the second man. You can see it all in the picture, and that's Penny right in the picture. There's Penny, Brian Penny, number 23. Rogers on his tail. Let me see. Buttigieg, the third man, and Rogers going for the inside. No, Penny stayed on the outside. The heavy braking going in there. It's still Penny hanging on to the third place. And then 4 is Rogers. And Henny Mayer's coming to the picture too. Henny Mayer, they're touching each other as they go down there. Into the S's. They've done 5 laps. They've done 5 laps. The world champion's got a 2.5 second lead. You can't believe it. Buttigieg, David Buttigieg second. Buttigieg second. First is the world champion. And Rogers is coming past Buttigieg. Penny's into 4th place now. Then it's Tony Cape in 26. Then it's 17, Henny Mayer. And then number 12 is the next one along. Theo Camp, the reigning South African champion. They're just going one behind the other down the field. It's 3.5 seconds, so the world champion is going away. There's a whole pack of them just racing away there. Penny keeping the flag flying for South Africa, but we've got Buttigieg with Rogers worrying him as they go up the loop there. Has Penny got the speed as they scream up there? Buttigieg's 2 with that wing on his car. Then it's Rogers on 4. Then it's Brian Penny. Whoa, one car's gone off the circuit. There was a bump there. It's Buttigieg, and Penny's back again. And 26 is in there, and he's moving up through the field, and that's Tony Cape. He's right in there with them. We've got Henny Mayer right in that pack as well. It's 4.2, so the world champion, Lennart Bohlin, has just got it all to himself. He's got an open road. He's getting away from the others, or is he getting away? Rogers in second place, but for third place is 2, 4, 6 of them fighting it out. There's the 5, and there's the 6th one as they come down the road. Right, in third it's Brian Penny for South Africa, then it's Cape, then Buttigieg's gone right back, and then Henny Mayer in there as well. These South Africans are getting their noses into this racing. We've done 8 laps already, you can't believe it, and there's 15 in total to do. So Buttigieg's not having it all his own way. He's from the UK. Look at that pack racing again. This is wheel-to-wheel racing. You never know who's there. Buttigieg just pushes him. That was suicidal braking. Goes into the top. Is he going to go too wide? No, he's not. They're trying to get him on the inside. Rogers is second. Penny is third. And Cape is 4th. Then it's Buttigieg in 5th position. 26, Tony Cape is putting a tremendous spurt in here to stay in there. The leader's got 3.5 seconds. We can forget about him. And look at that whole bunch. There's Buttigieg with the wing. There's Henny Mayer just behind him, really flying along there. And that outsider, Tony Cape, they were saying before it was never going to be an outsider. It's Tony Cape, and he's certainly proving himself in this one as they go up to that loop. Buttigieg's put his hands full with South African. Third place is Penny. Fourth place is Tony Cape. Fifth place, we've got another man coming up through there. Theo Camp, the South African, is getting his nose in amongst all of them. They're really getting down to work. They're on lap 11 now, and they've got 15 in total to do. Look at them using all the road and moors. They come up there at 3,3. They're closing on the leader, but Hardy's got it all sewn up there. The world champion's got it all sewn up. The second man down the road from the UK, Derek Rogers. The third man from South Africa is Brian Penny. The fourth man is Theo Camp. The fifth man is Tony Cape. Then Theo Camp is just behind him in fifth position. Then it's Buttigieg from the UK, so the South Africans are getting in there. Then it's Henny Meyer, number 17. And then number 15 is Danny Mulder from London and Johannesburg. And then we've got Lars Johansson from Sweden in the Rotax engine, not as quick as the Yamaha engine machine. The world champion has finished 12 laps. He's finished 12 laps. He's got 3 laps to go. This is going to be a hat-trick for him if he pulls it off. It's Rogers second. Brian Penny holding on to third. Then it's, no, Theo Camp has got past Cape. Theo Camp in 12 has got past Cape at 26. The Buttigieg is in there, and Henny Meyer is right in behind him. There's the champion. It's still 4 seconds to lead. Right, there's the gap between first and second. Don't worry, but look at this traffic just behind. Any one of those 5 can get the third spot. They're working out the tactics. They've got about 2 laps to go. They're around the top loop now. They come out. This is for third. It's Brian Penny. On his tail, he's got Theo Camp, the South African champion. The Buttigieg's gone to fifth. Then it's Theo, it's Cape, Tony Cape. They are changing, chopping and changing so often. This is the real heated battle. And then it's Henny Meyer in there as well. Henny Meyer sitting in about 7th position. 2 laps to go, about 1.5 laps to go for the world champion. He's just passing our town now, but that's for that third position. Who's going to get it? Second is Derek Rogers from the UK. And third, it's still Brian Penny from South Africa. On his tail, he's got Theo Camp, the reigning champion. Then it's David de Buttigieg. Then it's number 26, Tony Cape. And then Henny Meyer's in there as well as they go into this. It's really tremendous racing. There's Penny hanging in there. Penny hanging in there. Whoa, we've had somebody spin off down there. I can put my glasses on. Number 20 is Greg Smith from South Africa, spun off there. And the leader has got the second man, and this is the last lap, and Rogers is on his tail, right on his tail. He's going to try and pass him now. This is the last lap. There's Bohlin in front with Rogers from the UK right on his tail. Bohlin's not going to get his hat-trick, or is he? Is he going to get it? Has Rogers got enough to get there? No, Bohlin's getting away from him. This is 1 corner to go, and they're coming up to the line. There he is. There's Bohlin, and Rogers trying all he knows to come alongside. It's just a cart length as they cross the line. 1 cart length. And behind them, for third position, we got coming up to that loop there. We've got the 3rd, 4th, 5th, which is Brian Penny. Let me just see them. There's such excitement with that race. And then it was number 12, Theo Camp, previous South African champion. Then the South African champion. Then 17, Henny Meyer. David Buttigieg was a little way behind as they go to the Wayne paddock. And then number 26 was Tony Cape. Well, that was tremendous. You never know who was going to get that 3rd position and 4th position. So there it is. 3 wins for the world champion Lennart Bohlin from Sweden with the Yamaha engine kart. Second is Derek Rogers for the day from the UK. He's driving a Yamaha as well. And third, the South African doing particularly well, Brian Penny, previous champion, also driving one of the Yamaha engine cars. There's the world champion in Swedish colours, getting his lap of honour and returning to the pits. Right, and there's the world champion as he goes into the weighing enclosure from a very excited Swartkop Raceway. And this first leg of the World Championship, World Karting Championships, we to return you finally to the studio.
And our commentator at Swartkops, the track near Pretoria, was Roger McClure.